Hey, it's Mike from OdorStop, and this video is going to be a demonstration and overview video for all of our ozone generators. And I know the table looks a little messy, but quite frankly, these aren't even all of our models. We have 13 different models now. What I'm going to do in this video, so it's not super long, is we're going to break it up into segments where I'm going to talk to you for a little while about ozone, what it does, how our units work, and then we're going to stop the video and highlight each individual unit as we go along. So first, let me tell you about our ozone generators. They're all professional grade. We manufacture them to the highest quality standards, and people really love them. So there's a couple different ways that ozone can be made, actually a number of different ways. What we think is the best way to make ozone is using the corona discharge method, which uses ozone plates. Now the significance of the plates is that you can use the plates, and the mediums that different companies use, some of them cannot be changed out without having them being sent back to the factory. They can't be cleaned easily. And one of the mainstays of all of our units is that you can easily clean the plates without taking the units apart. It's a very unique feature. Almost no other units have it. The second thing to understand is that, as I said before, our units are all professional grade. And when you compare them to other units, sometimes it's not a very fair comparison, because until you actually get to try the units and handle them, you wouldn't really know which units are more powerful or less. So we accurately tell what our ozone production and output is. And a lot of companies they list their ozone output in 5,000 milligrams or 10,000 milligrams, and it's just unfortunately not accurate, but they also know that you don't have a way to test to know that. I will tell you, we sell to some of the biggest clients in the world, and they use our products every day. And as I said, there's really nothing to compare with our selection of products. So what I'm going to do now is break, and we're going to go to each individual unit on its own. This is an overview of our OS600 UV. It's a very unique unit, and I'll tell you why. It's a lightweight yet powerful, compact, travel size ozone generator. And I said a mouthful because it's an unbelievable product. I have our other ozone generator, our 3500 UV, out just to show you a comparison of size. The whole idea behind this unit is to give you a couple things that are very unique. First of all, a unit that's very small, compact, and lightweight, easy to handle, but has plenty of power for small spaces, and it's great for traveling. Let me tell you about it. It's got a countdown timer that you can set for up to 2 hours, or a hold option. It also has an on-off button for the ozone, so it can be used as a UV air treatment system as well. So what you can do is turn the ozone off, and then, because it's got a UV light and a charcoal filter on it, you can run it all night long right next to you and still kill bacteria and viruses at a high rate, purify the air without using ozone. It also has our unique feature of being able to pull the ozone plates out and replaceable charcoal filter. It's a great unit for anyone looking for a small but powerful unit, something that's easy to handle that they can travel with. This is an overview of our 1500, 2500, 3500, and 4500 models. So the 1500 and 2500 I didn't bring because I've got the 35 in their exact same model, except for they have 1 and 2 plates instead of 3. So the functions of this unit is it's got a timer with a hold function and a countdown option. You can also have a variable ozone output. Turn that on real quick to let you listen to it. Also has a very unique feature of having a nice filter on the back. You can pull the ozone plates out, don't have to bother cleaning them. It has a nice yellow cord on it. Then this year we came out with our 4500 model, which is obviously much bigger. You can see the difference. Has a 3 times bigger fan on it. So when you turn this one on, you can really hear it wind up. So we did this just so that you can do a much larger area without moving the unit around. We also put a 15-foot long power cord on. Any of these units will be great for any use. Just want to decide how much space you need to do and how quickly you need to do it. This is an overview of our 2500 UV, 3500 UV, and 4500 UV. I don't have the 25 UV here just because it's the exact same size, dimensions, and the only difference is that it has 2 UV plates instead of 3. So I'll show you the overview of this quickly. Timer has a hold option and a countdown function as well. So if you set it for 6 hours, it'll count down and shut off. Variable ozone output, and one of the things people love best about our units is the cleanability. When this gets dirty, you just pull this off, pull the plates out, clean them, put them back in. No need to take the unit apart, so you can run it at optimum efficiency all the time. Also has a 6-foot long power cord. The UV function is awesome because it enables you to kill bacteria, viruses, and odor at a very high rate, even when the ozone is on low. So this year we just came out with our 4500 UV model, and the significance of that is that it's just a much bigger unit. If I go ahead and run this, very powerful, commercial grade, people love it. There are some customers, however, that need more power. They need to get it done faster. So we came up with this 4500 UV. Same exact functions, 300 CFM fan. Just puts out a ton more ozone, much bigger, much faster. Also has a 15-foot long power cord. Any of these units would be great for you, just got to decide how fast you need to get the job done. This is an overview of our 2500 UV2, our 3500 UV2, and our 4500 UV2. And I brought in our 3500 UV, which has been our most popular unit for a long time, just as a comparison and to tell you why we came up with it. So we've had this for years, people just love it. But one of the issues with ozone has always been that you can't use it in occupied space. So we came up with our UV2 models, and there's really nothing else like it in the commercial or professional market at all. So here's how it works. What you can do with this is use it also as a UV air treatment system. And let me tell you how we accomplished that. We took our regular ozone output that we have, normally it's just variable, and we put an off option on that. So we still have the same functionality with the timer, hold option and countdown. You set it for 6 hours, it'll shut off. Then we also added a charcoal filter to the back. You can still access the plates to clean them without taking the unit apart. But now we have a charcoal filter, we have 2 UV bulbs instead of 1, and we upgraded the chassis to, instead of being a 100 CFM fan, to be a 300 CFM fan. So the issue is then you can use this unit in an occupied space. It'll still kill bacteria and viruses at a super high rate without using the ozone option. So let me go ahead and run this for you. I'll show you the difference. This is what the 3500 sounds like. Super powerful, very good. And this is what the 4500 UV2 sounds like. So right now there's no ozone on. And I go ahead and turn the ozone all the way up. You can hear just how powerful that motor is. But then somebody comes in the room to shut the ozone off and process air through the back of it, just like a UV air cleaner system. Nothing else like them on the market, super powerful. And all you have to do is decide how quickly you want to get the job done. This is an overview of our OS 5000D. It's a completely unique unit in that it's a duct-mounted ozone generator. So it has a lot of the functions of our regular ozone generators, but you actually install it in your HVAC system at your business or your home. So how we came up with this model is that we've talked to a lot of customers all the time, and they say, hey, how do I do an entire space, my business or my office, or my, we have smokers in the office. What do we do about that? Or I shelter pets, or I want to leave my condo in Florida for 6 months. When I come back, it always smells terrible. Well, this is the answer for that. So I'll walk you through it real quickly. It's got a timer function with a hold option or a countdown. So if you set it for 6 hours, it'll count down, shut off, and a variable ozone output. But the really unique thing about this is that it has an airflow sensor on it. So it will only turn on when it senses airflow in the system. Therefore, you can really fine tune it, get it adjusted perfectly. So we also have this trap door. You take these thumb screws off, you can access the ozone plates. You don't have to take the unit apart to clean the ozone plates. It's not a piece for everybody, but it's a great option for anyone who has a prolonged issue that they want to take care of. This is an overview of our OS 12500. It's a 12-plate ozone blower. So it's not just an ozone generator, it's also an air mover and a blower at the same time. Came up with this unit because a lot of our commercial customers need to do restoration work and do really large areas, suites or whole apartments. It's for anyone that needs to do an extra large space very quickly and doesn't want to have to use auxiliary blowers or multiple ozone generators. Because it's 12 ozone plates and it creates so much, it's 2000 CFM, it creates so much ozone so quickly and moves it so far that you don't need multiple units. You can also attach 12-inch ductwork to it, flexible ductwork, right to the front here. And you can use that for so you could put a duct collar on a wall, you could run it into an attic or down into a crawl space. It's just an unbelievable unit. I'll fire it up for you real quick. It's got variable ozone output, a timer with a hold option, and a countdown timer. So if you put it in a space, you can leave the blower running, have the ozone count down and shut off after 6 hours. You can also, there's a filter on the back. It's real simple. When this gets dirty, you take this off. You can take the ozone plates out without taking the unit apart. It's a very unique piece, but one for somebody that needs a lot of ozone very quickly to do large spaces.